What is the value of the expression 6 squared minus open parenthesis 7 minus 2 close parenthesis multiplied by 7 minus 3 inside the parenthesis again? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? This expression is very deceptive and 90% of people get the wrong answer. Let's go step by step and solve it together. And the first step to solve this question, many people usually go straight to the exponent and write this expression as 36 minus 7 minus 2 inside the parentheses, then multiplied by 7 minus 3 inside the parentheses again. Then they go to the first parenthesis and instead of this expression, they write 36 minus 5 multiplied by 7 minus 3 inside the parentheses. And the next step, they go for the subtraction between 36 and 5, which I have highlighted in yellow. And instead of this expression, they write 31 multiplied by 7 minus 3 inside the parentheses. In the final step, they simplify the expression inside the parentheses and replace it with 31 multiplied by 4, which finally gives them the answer 124. And immediately, they quickly say that the correct answer to this question is option D. However, this answer is absolutely wrong. Alright, now let's go step by step together and show you how to solve this expression properly. As you can see on the screen, in this expression, first we have an exponent, then a subtraction sign, after that we have parentheses, followed by a multiplication sign, and finally another parenthesis. To solve this question, we must strictly follow the PEMDAS rule. And this rule, P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponent, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. We must perform all the operations in this expression exactly according to the PEMDAS rule in order from top to bottom. So, we must start with the parentheses first, because according to the PEMDAS rule, parentheses have the highest priority compared to the other operations. Okay, instead of this expression, we can write 6 squared minus 5 multiplied by 4. And the next step, we need to go to the exponent, because in the PEMDAS rule, after parentheses, exponent has a higher priority than the other operations. So, this expression simplifies to 36 minus 5 multiplied by 4. In the final step, it's time for the multiplication between 5 and 4, because multiplication has a higher priority than subtraction. So, we rewrite this expression as 36 minus 20, which finally gives us the answer 16. That's great. Option B is the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let's solve another tricky math question together. What is the value of the expression 48 divided by 4 multiplied by open parentheses 24 divided by 2 close parentheses? Which option do you think is the correct answer to this question? Let's take a closer look and solve it together. Many people, when starting to solve this question, first focus on the expression inside the parentheses, and instead of considering the whole expression, they rewrite it as 48 divided by 4 multiplied by 12. And the next step, they go for the multiplication between 4 and 12, because they believe multiplication has a higher priority than division. So, they simplify this expression and write it as 48 divided by 48, which finally gives them the answer 1. Then, without any hesitation, they conclude that the correct answer to this question must be option A. However, it's not the correct answer to this question. Alright, now let me show you how to solve this expression properly. To solve this question, we need to follow the PEMDAS rule step by step. We must carry out these operations strictly in order from top to bottom. Alright, as you can see on the screen, in this expression, first we have a division sign, then a multiplication sign, and finally parentheses. According to the PEMDAS rule, we must start with the parentheses first, because parentheses have the highest priority compared to the other operations. So, we can rewrite this expression as 48 divided by 4 multiplied by 12. Now, we need to perform the division and multiplication. However, it's very important to keep in mind that multiplication and division are on the same level of precedence. In this case, the best approach is to start from the left and carry out these two operations in order. So, first we handle the division between 48 and 4, which simplifies this expression to 12 multiplied by 12. And finally, the answer becomes 144. Therefore, option C is the correct answer to this question.